There's some kind of self-destructive behavior that's pretty predictable. All right, again, this Aquarius energy has a blocked or poor throat chakra, so they can't express how they truly feel about stuff. And now, without the spiritual side of them assisting them, they almost have no words to say. Okay. And we're back. The TAKful Creator here. Let's get started. May God the Creator bless us. May God the Redeemer heal us. May God the Holy Spirit enlighten us. Give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and hands to do the work of God. Feet to walk the path of justice, and mouths to preach the good news. May the angel of peace, prosperity, love, abundance, guidance, grace, mercy, and care watch over us and lead us to the reign of God. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So all we know is that there is going to be some successes here, right? Some triumphs. We can see that this is going to be a beautiful story already. All right, let's see if there's any more cards we need from our Under the Roses deck. Let's see. I don't think so. Just as I said that, Crossroads with this card in reverse. So let's see. We can say the last card of the end of the deck is the Health card in reverse, and with it behind the owl, we're saying that we are putting it in the past. Okay, the lack of self-care, the lack of awareness to know our bodies should be one of our major focuses. That's done. It's out the water. Okay, so let's see what this energy is telling us. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so the first card to pop out is our Bouquet card. Okay, with the 9 up here, it's telling you to be real. Be real with yourself. What do you value, and what aspects of yourself do you want other people to value? Okay, that's going to say a lot about who your romantic partner or your significant other is going to be for your highest good. Okay, so maybe it may not be the person you're with right now. It could be your ultimate soul partner, right? Or again, it could be the person you're with right now. Okay, but it really takes you understanding what you personally value and what you externally value in order for you to see whether or not your partner is in alignment with you. Okay, and once you do this, because you're on the right path, right thinking, that is what's stipulated by our 31 that's in the corner of our Sun card here, it's going to end in success. Okay, it's going to end in triumph, because obviously it's going to take a bit of effort for you to really sit down and see what do you value separate from I was going to say the external world, but more so what society has pushed, what your parents have pushed, tradition, culture, religion, what all of those dynamics have pushed. You have to separate yourself from it. Use I statements and see what you personally value. Okay, now once you do this, once you have this inner dialogue, which could be seen by the owl cards, right? You understanding yourself more is offering wisdom. Now again, this is an internal monologue. You're speaking to yourself about this, yourself, your guides, your ancestors, the hierarchy of spirits above you. But in essence, you are having this either verbal or internal monologue to manifest this for you. Okay, so that's why you have to be really authentic and see what attaches to you, because if not, then the universe may offer you someone that isn't in line with your true essence. Because in order for you to happily thrive with your significant other, both of your true essences should match or have to match. Okay, if you are not aware of your true essence, but your match comes up, you can reject them or push them away because you are not yet on that path. Okay, or not yet there on the same path, however you want to slice it. Okay, so there's going to be some kind of written communication, right? And this could be from your significant other or from a potential significant other moving in your direction. And I say it like that is because it's going to come out of nowhere, right? Either this person is going to randomly ask you for your contact information and then shoot you a text or a DM or an email, or this person wants to get in contact with you again after an extended period of time. So maybe they're going to ask someone else for your contact information so that they can reach out to you. But it's something about a potential suitor or a potential partner wanting to form some kind of contact with you. Okay, and this is I would say divinely orchestrated, because we have this 27 in the corner that symbolizes dreams, and usually your dreams are either foreshadowing, assistance, help, a lesson. Either there's so many, your dreams facilitate your life in a certain regard, right? So your dreams are already showing you this individual. They're telling you about this individual. They are already pushing your wants and needs in the same direction as this individual, but it's happening in your sleep. So you may wake up and not have full consciousness of what's going on, okay? Or full awareness of what happened in your dream, but your subconscious does, okay? And your subconscious will then move like it, and the universe will then put signs and synchronicities in your path so that your conscience can align with your subconscious, and then you will feel a little bit more comfortable with the change that's being offered as a blessing or miracle from the divine. Okay, now this news, which is going to be some news, but it's not going to be like big news. So I'm guessing this person is current, or this person is returning, and it's not like a brand new person. You have some kind of experience with this energy before, and you haven't received much news from them. You haven't received much contact. You really don't know where their headspace is. You don't know where their progression is. You really don't know how they've evolved from the last time you spoke to them, but just know that that lack of communication is necessary. Okay, that lack of communication, the lack of gathering, was so that there could be realignment by the divine, so that reputations can shift, right? And your reputation shifts based on your efforts, based on the things that you learn, based on your etiquette, based on your experiences. So experiences needed to happen in order for this union, right, your energy and the energy of your potential partner or current partner, to truly be in alignment. All right, there had to be some kind of separation or removal from engaging and embarking on social engagements. So like, what am I saying? So like, no outings, not inviting people over. The friend circles that you used to hang out with all the time, you're not hanging out with them. The people you used to favor all the time, you may not view them the same way, so you're kind of removing yourselves from them, or they haven't contacted you in a while, so you kind of removed yourself from them. And it was purposeful, so that all of the parties involved can be realigned. And this realignment was because at the end of the day, people were at a crossroads. That could be because of youth. You know, you feel like you have 110 options. That could be because of immaturity. You don't see the options in front of you as being lucrative to your future, even if they're not perfect for you yet, because they still need to grow and evolve. There was some kind of obsessive energy that was attached to there being so many ways to go. Okay, and it kind of imploded on this person in a way that they needed to just trust that the universe was going to work things out. Okay, so what does that mean? If people stop contacting them, okay, they're not going to push the envelope. If they no longer wanted to contact the other person, they didn't push the envelope. If people came, if people went, they did not push the envelope. They didn't tell the universe they wanted something to stay. Okay, because they were too obsessed with making sure that they were available to the best possible thing. Okay, not realizing the best possible thing is something that you can nurture to be the best for you. Okay, now that was the manipulation behind it. They didn't want to have to nurture the energy. They wanted to just enjoy the energy. Okay, there were multiple options, but there was only one designated path that got you through the forest. Okay, that's the successful path. But because these other paths were saying we're just as successful, we're just going a different way, it made this energy feel like at this point they had so many options. No, it was the manipulation of these two other energies. And you know, I'm just saying that based on the picture. Maybe it is two energies in your scenario, but that's offering this manipulation to deviate the chosen energy from their designated path. Okay, and their designated path is with their soul partner, their frequency partner. Okay, a lot of times you will be in frequency with people and then move out of frequency, but this partner specifically is supposed to be in frequency with you while you're growing, while you're evolving. Okay, so this would be a consistent partner for frequency. And these other energies that are less consistent maybe have some kind of envy, right? We see this crow action here. They're kind of surveying the situation. They're taking information unbeknownst to the energy at hand, right? Because of the coloring, the color black, it symbolizes secrecy. It also symbolizes transformation and spirituality. So it can mean that people are also using the ethereal realm to thwart this chosen energy from aligning with their chosen partner. Okay? So there needed to be some kind of separation, some kind of conversation with the universe, conversation with people around them, and a personal account of this, right? Some kind of written confirmation too, to show the alignment of these energies. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's see what this means to us in modern day English, because you know these cards are pretty historic based on how they're drawn. So let's see here what this energy, what kind of manipulation rather, and what kind of crossroads this energy had to deal with prior to seeing that their success is with their soul partner here, right? Based on their values, based on their hobbies, based on their interests. Desserts. Maybe this person enjoys, the sweet aspects of life, right? And this is where we're getting this crossroads vibe, right? Libra energy just naturally has options. Okay, we'll say that just to not push any negativity toward the Libra right now. Libra has options, right? Their hyperactive sign is Venus, so they move with their heart chakra, they move in love, they're very charming of an energy, right? And because they're so charming, they have to be open to accepting attention from almost anyone that they're charming with, right? This leaves room for them to not really know themselves, right? Because they're open themselves up to so much energy, or so many energies rather. And they gravitate more to the energies that are sweet. Now with most desserts, the sweetness can offer you a cavity. So maybe on one end, right, with one crossroads, the sweetness that was offered by the desserts was too sweet and it was offering cavities. And maybe on the other end, it was bitter. But this crossroads, right, the middle of this crossroads card had the desserts that were delectable, right? The ones that offered balance, the one that offered success, the harmony. Okay, but this energy basically had the information from the other two to appreciate the middle lane. So they felt like they needed the other two lanes, the really, really super sweet and the really, really bitter, to navigate the middle crossroad, which is the balance of the two, right? Instead of moving more in a just like energy, right, the more positive aspects of a Libra, where it's all about, kind of like the judicial system, is all about weighing the pros and cons and moving with the more moral, ethical side. They weren't using that energy here at the crossroads, okay, because they were giving too much honor and appreciation to the other avenues that led him or her to this natural road. Okay, so I'm really getting a masculine vibe here, and again, it doesn't mean that this is a female or male. It just means like the energy is masculine. I know a lot of feminine females that don't really have this issue, but I know more masculine females that have this issue. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Or masculine men, or men moving in their masculinity, they have this issue with forming one clear opinion, because there's always something more. The grass is always greener, right? And that's kind of the vibe here, is like, technically there's sweeter out there, even though there's negativity here, right? Because on one end, if it's too sweet, then it offers cavities. There's the pros and cons. On the other end, it's so bitter, it doesn't offer cavities. There's the pros and cons. In the middle, it's sweet and bitter. there's the pros and cons. So for the energy, they may not have had the the social maturity to see that there's another way of weighing the pros and cons with their scenario, to kind of push away from the manipulation. It requires more understanding. Okay, so it's like if you were down the sweeter road, well, if you have cavities, how much effort and work do you have to put into that? Okay, if you're on the more bitter road, how much effort do you have to put into only having foods that don't meet your palate? Even if you don't have to worry about cleanup later, every single day you have to worry about foods that don't meet your palate. Whereas in the middle, you know for a fact there's no additional work you have to do, and you have a choice between the good and the bad, because they're both offered to you at the same time. You are given full awareness, full transparency there. Now, when you express it like that, what option are you going to choose? Okay? And that is where the divine moved in. Divine was pushing more maturity so that this energy can see what the true path really is. Okay? And it was hidden, again, behind this desserts complex. Okay? Just, I mean, like, think about it for a second. If you had to wake up every day, would you want something sweet or you want something bitter? And if you thought about everything in life that way, imagine how sweet your life would be, because you're only running after sweetness. But you have to run after sweetness within reason, because again, too much of a good thing is not a good thing. Okay? So we have this Libra and this Leo in reverse. So I was going to say Libra in reverse, so I'm guessing that these energies are the same, right? With this Cancer in the reverse and this Pisces in the upright. Okay, so maybe this energy is a Pisces. They have Cancer, Leo, and Libra somewhere aspected in their chart, and them kind of sifting through these other signs is making their already kind of flow-like ideology too much to form one set opinion, one set decision, right? There's too many snakes, there's too much manipulation around them, and so it leaves them stargazing and as a way to detach, right? They gravitate more to personal pursuits, like a career life, a business life, opposed to romantic life, again, because there's so much manipulation behind it, right? If these all three crossroads here symbolize people, right, and you had to weigh the pros and cons in a way that was similar to business, again, you would be left without a paddle. You wouldn't know which way to choose. But with this card in the reverse here, and the lack of manipulation, you're able to see firsthand that two of these roads veer off the designated path. There's one set path. It involves shifting, changing, or reversing your mindset. Okay, maybe seeking out a role model, see what a role model at a place like this would do in a situation like this. How would they analyze it so that they can make the best possible choice? That's why I'm getting very masculine vibe. It's really devoid of emotion. It's like maybe I felt emotion for all these energies, but because emotions are constantly shifting, we need to move more in a logical standpoint, okay? And out of this impulsive vibe where we're moving again based on what feels good in the moment. Yes, we're moving, we want pleasure, right? Dessert is pleasure, but what does this moment give to us later? Or is it just this moment type of thing, right? It's removing that this impulsive vibe, okay? Now, unfortunately, because this person is too heavily focused on some heaven on earth experience, they're missing the signs and synchronicities, okay? They're not tapping into their personal dyslexia and seeing past the illusion, okay? They're kind of moving in a very basic light, right? They seem kind of like slumped or gone spiritually. So it's like they're like a robot in this time. Like they are emotionally debunked, okay? And that's just because there's energies around them. It's this manipulation over here that's stopping them from forming concise ideal decisions, okay, and ideal for them, not just the energies that want to feed off of them, okay. But at the end of the day, this energy is planting seeds in a way that's not very nurturing. So if you want something to grow, you would have to nurture it and care for it, okay. You can't treat it like it's a food, it's an inanimate object. So maybe that's the reason why this Libra is even more in some kind of like fog. That's what I'm getting, fog. But it's not going to be for long, because as we can see, there's some kind of successes in love here. They found their dessert, right? But they have to remove this people pleasing and see the bigger picture. They have to remove them wanting to appease all of these energies here and focus on only appeasing the one that's going to give this masculine energy the best future, the best future investment, okay, based on what they have to personally go through, okay. So they need to stop people pleasing their enemies. That's what the moth symbolizes. Enemies that can gravitate toward light. And here we're back with this bigger picture card, right? The enemies that gravitate toward your light, so they gravitate to the positive things that you do, the positive energy and aura that you carry, only to get burned in the process. It's not to help you, it's not to grow you. In a sense, it could seem parasitical, because now they're offering so much negativity. Just imagine if you felt like anybody who comes near you is just going to perish. Like, what? You would have to align with people that are more like you so that you can have that health-giving vibe. And I think that's what this energy has the biggest issue with. He can tell that these are moths. There's no longevity there. But even with this longevity here, he's going to have to understand balance and practice balance, which means tapping into the feminine energy that is delinquent here, okay. All right, it's baffling, the amount of disrespect. Oh yeah, like the energies that he's people pleasing, like, and they're not energies that move in a high vibrational light either. You can tell their manipulation, you can tell that they're low vibrational, you can tell that they're not good people. And this energy is just so used to people pleasing, not understanding that these are parasitical relationships. They have to sever ties with the parasitical relationship so that the healthy relationship can grow. Okay, so we're gonna put down this Capricorn card, because at this point, like, that's wild and this people pleasing. All right, so the real hawk came in, which would be the spiritual guides and divine ancestors who are here to protect us. Came in and revoked this energy psychic gift. So maybe one or two of the crossroads here. Okay, you see, psychic gifts revoked, and we're gonna leave that out here somewhere. Okay, so some complications may arise though, because this energy doesn't want to fully accept this new path. But it's unfortunate because we already saw in the beginning of the read that this new soul partner that this energy is intertwined with is going to last, right? They have a connection between the 3D and the 5D, and that connection is continually like assisting, right? So like the energy may be in the 3D right now and they're assisting with the 5D, and then they're in the 5D and they're assisting with the 3D. So like the frequency, the abilities, the spiritual gifts of one or two of the chosen energies here supersedes the manipulative energies, okay? And there's no more, you know, devil on one shoulder, angel on the other shoulder. Now it's the balance of the two. We need to know both. We need to understand both. We need to experience yin and yang. We need to appreciate the balance in order for there to be longevity. Okay? So it's going to leave this Aquarius crying, sad. It's going to be some kind of bad outcome because they're not going to wave a white flag. That's what I'm gauging here. But the irony of the situation is that there might be some PMS with this mature grown woman, right, that drives a gas guzzler, or has said things in the past that were hypocritical. That's what I get by gas guzzlers. Like you speak a lot, but you're not outputting what you're taking in, right? So it's pretty hypocritical behavior, and this hypocritical behavior was shown the most in January. The irony of the situation is it's coming back around, but it's slapping the energy that caused the rifts, that caused the crossroads to begin with, right? This Scorpio Aquarius energy here. All right, again, this Aquarius energy has a blocked or poor throat chakra, so they can't express how they truly feel about stuff. And now, without the spiritual side of them assisting them, they almost have no words to say. Okay, the spiritual blindness, as we just understood. Okay, so yeesh. It's going to be a lack of health here, but I'm gauging it's for the energies that are not the role model. Okay, there's going to be some kind of physical visitor that is a role model, and they're moving in a light that's not impulsive, even though they have the ability to. They are deserving of it. They choose not to move in this brash fire vibe. Okay, they don't move in a vengeful light at all. They move based on balance, what is necessary, what is purposeful, what is going to give additional growth beyond this moment. Okay, so if that's the energy that you are embodying and that's what you're aligning with, you definitely have to remove yourselves from anyone who doesn't also align with that, because they're going to be jealous of the situation and want to mess it up. All right, and this could be a platonic friend, this can be a business partner, a career partner, but just know that the angel of temperance, which means it's happening right now. The angel of temperance is offering judgment and going to elicit some kind of karma to these snakes who are possessive with this energy that wants to stargaze, with this energy who wants to, feel the bliss of life. Okay, the disrespect though, the universe is not accepting it. And so your psychic gifts are gone. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. Bye-bye manipulation. Okay, I'll stop. All right. I wish the chosen energies luck here. And I give you guys a congratulations in advance once all of this negative energy truly subsides. Okay? So I'll see you soon. Until the next.